Welcome to the Narrowboat that James built. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining me. I've moved the boats. I'm now a little bit further south by the bridge, bit more soul around here, and more importantly, I'm right on the towpath so I can cut one of these holes right there. So I need to get rid of the spray foam, mark it up, and then cut the hole. Hopefully not make so much of a dog's dinner as I did with that one, even though it kind of fits perfectly. It did take me a bit of time. I've got myself some more jigsaw blades, but before I do any of that, I've just spotted Kevin and Emma on Fuel Boat Stratford. So B&W Fuels, I'm going to ask to come and fill up this boat with diesel. So the reflex stove was basically burning constantly for 10 days on its lowest setting, but basically 10 days without turning off. And then it's had a few days kind of after that. So I'm kind of curious just to see what the consumption is going to be like. Paul kind of said it's about 5 litres a day kind of on its lowest setting, so kind of I'm expecting about 50 litres, so about on this type of prices maybe about 50 quid's worth. So that's kind of my fag packet mass. So I'll be very interested to see how much Kevin and Emma are able to put in the tank. I'm going to wait for them to get here and then I'm going to get sorted on this side here. Right, Kevin and Emma are here. Yeah, I'm interested to see how much I've used. So I'm kind of hoping we've got about 50 quid to put in, but let's see. I think I might have to stop at 50 quid today, yeah. All right, cheers, my love.
No, that's just a cap.
Cool. You all right, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm alright, thank you.
Mate, can you still get round that bend with my boats like this? You can? Good man. So my diesel tank was nearly full when I had my reflex stove installed, and I haven't moved far since. Kevin, how much are we doing diesel for today? 106. Right, so 50 quid's worth. Let's see what happens.
Half. Whoa. 4706. 10. 13. 15. 17. Jackpot.
Right, we're pretty much to the top of diesel. That is a result. Right, so it was about the right kind of maths. Right, slightly less holes in this one on the stitch drilling, so I'm just going to make a big hole there at the bottom and then go around it with a jigsaw, hopefully just once. Happy days. Good. Oh, I cut the hole the right size this time, so I don't have to faff around with that. That took no time at all. So I can now, what have I got to do? I've got to trim this down first. Much nicer hole with this one, and I went through far less jigsaw blades, so I've still got a whole pack left. So yeah, that's pretty decent. I need to put in the batten there, and then I need to start marking out this board and getting this one ready. I've trimmed about 2 mil off the female bit, so now the two parts of the porthole fit together better. Now I can mark out and drill out the holes on the outside of the boat. Right, holes have been threaded and the red oxide's been applied. Right, I'm now ready to do the dry install of this. I've put some rubber gasket again, 2 runs of that on the inside of this. And I forgot to mark out where it is, but I think that is the right one. Right, there she is. I do need to put the batten in and spray foam it, but I also need to get the board trimmed down. So I've cleared some space in here. I'm going to do that now. The back side of this board's been protected, trimmed down. I haven't cut the apertures out, but I've protected the whole thing. I'm going to let that dry overnight whilst I am away on business. But what I'm thinking of doing on this one, and on the other one, but I'm going to have to trim the other one to make it happen, is to put some of this. This did not come with it, but this is some kind of D profile that can go over that leading edge there. I don't think it's going to do anything, to be honest, because obviously this is attached to the wall, but it seems to kind of give it quite a nice fit, a really nice fit in terms of, actually it's quite hard to get on without distorting this thing, but I might have to glue that in possibly. But then when it goes in without distorting it, it kind of produces quite a nice flush fit. And I'm thinking this might be the way to go. Put that in with some CT1 or something. Only because when you open it, it looks nicer like this, because then you don't see that leading edge when you open the porthole. Not that it makes much difference, to be honest, but yeah, it's not very easy to get on. You see what I mean? If that was properly in, I think that'd look nicer. Just gives it a bit more of a nicer sounding seal as well when I close it. Oh, right. Yeah, so I think I might Sikaflex this in, let that go off for a day, and then when I come back I can do this. So I'll wait for that board to dry. Then I've got to cut out the apertures of the 2 windows, which should be all right. I've got to put that batten in there, so I'm going to get round to that in a minute. But I've got to go up to Manchester now for my work's Christmas party. I have been made employed again, which is no bad thing, to be honest. It's good for me, it's good for the family, and it's obviously good for the boat because it means I can afford to finish it. But it does take me away from it a little bit, but that's no bad thing. So yeah, got to go to Manchester. I'll be back in a couple of days, and then I can finish this. Okay, I've arrived. Time for the luxury to commence. Let me show you the hospitality. That's it. Oh no, sorry, there's another one. There, that's it. That's the hotel bar and restaurant. And one thing when I first walked through here, I thought, there's not much room between these doors. How have they configured this? I can't believe I'm even in this thing. Here we go. Welcome to cell 34. This is it. That's the extent of the floor. It's a little bit like a wide beam. This is it. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And look where the TV position is. It's all the way up there. This place is just ridiculous. And I live on a 6-foot narrowboat. Anyway, I'm not going to moan about it. I'm going to get myself out of here because Manchester is blessed with loads of canals. So I think there's one just kind of round the corner from the hotel. So I'm going to go and walk the towpath and see if I can check out what some of the network's like and go and have a look at the Manchester Christmas lights before the party. Quite a strange place here. The canal comes down from there at Lock 84 and kind of comes under this kind of series of bridges, making this kind of, I don't know, large kind of underground area. Emerged from underneath there, and this is the famous Canal Street. Looks quite quiet. So the canal obviously runs alongside Canal Street, but for the most of it, from what I can work out, has no towpath. But it is surrounded by the most beautiful architecture, all these old Victorian buildings. It's stunning. This is amazing. I'm just not used to seeing canal sides so built up and so kind of reminiscent of the past. It's just, I'm loving this. It's really nice. You're kind of right in the centre of Manchester, kind of heading in a southerly direction. I've got to do some Christmas shopping soon and go and have a look at the lights and bits and pieces like that when it gets a bit darker. But I'm really enjoying this walk around the canal network. There's loads of them in Manchester. The contrast between the new glass and steel buildings and the old red brick buildings and stone, it's just absolutely amazing how this canal kind of cuts its way through the centre of Manchester. Padlocks the world over are being used as a symbol of love and unity. Right, thank you very much, Manchester. That was a great little tour of the city centre. I'm now back in my cell and about to go to a Christmas party. I don't think I'm going to stay here tonight. I think I'm going to go back to somewhere far more spacious, the Narrowboat. On Friday, I've got the girls, I've got a load of Christmas shopping to do because I haven't done anything yet. I've also got to get myself into London to see their Christmas lights and do a video on the channel, hopefully Christmas Eve, and show you guys London all illuminated. But I think for me in Manchester, that's about it. I'm going to do the Christmas party and kind of slink off without anyone noticing, drive back and then get to the boat. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.